my first impressions, it's not horrible. I mean, the camera's bounced around a bit, I know. You know, there's this line of thought out there that if you put a bed cover on, a tonneau cover, that somehow it's going to reduce the air friction, I guess. Well, good morning, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. Hey, today I thought it would be interesting. The weather has provided an opportunity to see how the Jeep Gladiator does in high wind. We've got 25 to 30 mile an hour wind gusts right now. You guys can see right now the trees and things blowing around a little bit back there. And I thought it'd be interesting to take the Gladiator out and see just how it does perform in higher winds. You know, everybody talks about the Gladiator and its lack of aerodynamics, you know, that it's basically just a square box on wheels. And I gotta say, it really is. So I'm going to be curious to see, because this is my first opportunity, how the Jeep Gladiator does in high winds. Cold start. Ooh, did you hear that exhaust thunder? Okay, we're out cruising around in the Gladiator. Played a little bit of just driving video there for you guys, so you could hear and see the wind, I guess, in the palm trees blowing around and stuff. And my first impressions, it's not horrible. I mean, the camera's bounced around a bit, I know, but that's not the wind. That's this really crappy road we're on. Should smooth out there. But anyway, it's not horrible. I mean, you can feel it. It does kind of buff it against the Jeep a little bit. I mean, the Jeep's not known for its aerodynamics, right? It really is just a big square box. And you expect it to catch the wind and stuff. Would I say it's any worse than a traditional pickup truck, you know, like the Toyota Tacoma? I wouldn't say so. I wouldn't say that it's, you know, horrible or anything, or that it makes driving the Jeep not fun. I mean, I still love driving the Jeep. It just adds another little component to it, I guess. So I wouldn't say it's horrible, at least not in 25 to 30 mile an hour winds. You do feel the steering kind of float a little bit, if you will. You know, when we get a good hit off the side of the Jeep, you can kind of feel it float over one way or the other. The wind right now is kind of blowing like this, I guess, across the road or across the Jeep. So it does feel a little more loosey-goosey on the road, I guess I should say. So let's get out. We're going to be on a more open area here in just a minute and see how it feels, also going a different direction. There's another little shot for you guys, and hopefully you can hear the wind and stuff in the truck. Again, it's nothing horrible. You are going to get more wind noise. I mean, you're basically sitting up in the air here in a metal box or a fiberglass box, but it's nothing horrible. Again, you feel just a little bit of moving around on the road, but no big deal. A couple other things I wanted to mention while I'm driving around. I know people are curious about what's the fuel economy on this thing? What does this square box get miles per gallon? Right now, and this is on the second tank, so I haven't put tons of gas through this yet, but getting 16.6 miles per gallon, a little bit lower than what the Tacoma gets, but not a whole lot. I mean, I'd say they're relatively comparable. As far as just a couple little stats for you here, that's running tire pressures at 37. I know the higher you go in pressure, the worse you ride, but a little bit better fuel economy. And one more thing I wanted to mention, on my live stream last night, somebody talked about doing a video, or suggested that I do a video on the tonneau cover back there as far as how that affects fuel economy. You know, there's this line of thought out there that if you put a bed cover on, a tonneau cover, that somehow it's going to reduce the air friction, I guess, or the resistance in the bed, like it somehow holds you back, and you'll get better fuel economy. Now, this has been spread on the web. There are even companies that state, actually in print, that one of the benefits of putting a tonneau cover on a truck is increased fuel economy, increased gas mileage. Now, if you ever watch the show Mythbusters, you know, they did a whole thing on that where they tested themselves, and their results were the same as what I have found, and that is that putting a bed cover on or a tonneau cover on a truck makes absolutely no difference. There is no fuel economy increase. That's just a lie, unfortunately, that some companies use to sell their product. One other thing about that, lowering the tailgate or getting rid of the tailgate, like somehow that will let air flow better through the bed, again reducing air resistance and increasing your fuel economy. That has also been disproven. That is not true. If you drive around with your tailgate down or take your tailgate off, it's not going to increase your fuel economy. So I just wanted to clear that up a little bit for anybody out there who's wondered or wondering and thinking that buying a tonneau cover, putting a tonneau cover on their truck is going to get them better gas mileage. It is not true. You heard it here and many other places, I'm sure. Anyway, I just wanted to get on here, kind of do a little test. The weather had given us an opportunity to run this square box on wheels in the wind and see how it feels. And honestly, it doesn't feel any different to me than any other truck on the road. It feels the same as my Tundra. It feels the same as my Tacoma. Not any difference. So I'll give it a thumbs up. The Jeep is just as aerodynamic as everybody else. Anyway, appreciate you guys watching. If you haven't checked out my other channel, it's Rob Motive. On there, I do videos, mods and things on the Toyota Tacoma, the Toyota Tundra, and there's some other things on there as well. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And also, click that little notification bell so you don't miss any future videos. Thanks for watching.